So, here is a story, guys. I don't know if you saw this today. It's two men, two pranksters. Their names are Daniel Graham and Adam Caruthers. They're 39 and 32 years old, respectively. They're from Cumbria. They were both found guilty today of felling the Sycamore Tree near Hadrian's Wall, guys. Pretty serious stuff. Two friends who embarked on a moronic mission to fell the Sycamore Tree with a chainsaw have been found guilty of mindless criminal damage. It said Daniel Graham and Adam Caruthers cut down the cherished tree as Storm Agnes raged. They saw it as a bit of a laugh and afterwards revelled in their infamy. As the crime made headlines around the world, they thought themselves big or funny or clever. Do we really think that they thought that they themselves were big and clever from doing this? I mean, you know, what are we, 12? Are we? Oh, this is really big and clever, isn't it? We should cut down the tree. Do we think, is that what we think they thought of themselves? Big or funny or clever? Don't do that. You think you're so big and funny. Like, it's like this teacher energy to that, isn't it? Like, stop making animal noises in the classroom. It's not big. It's not clever. It's that sort of thing. Headmaster energy. It says, neither Graham nor Caruthers showed any visible emotion as guilty verdicts were delivered. Like, can we just stop with this, please, this tone, Guardian, you know? Can we stop fucking treating this like it's a double murder? It's how it's being reported, isn't it? Neither Graham nor Caruthers showed any visible emotion as their guilty verdicts were delivered. Like, it's a tree. It's a tree, guys. It's like, honestly, I feel like that should have been their defense, you know? That should have been the way that their lawyer, their barrister, defended them in the court. Is like, you know, whenever the prosecution or a witness or somebody gets up and soberly, seriously says how disgusted they were at their behavior, at their conduct, at their remorselessness, then the defense should just, you know, stand up and be like, but I mean, it was, with respect, it was only a tree. I mean, all things considered, just, you know, let's not get too carried away here. At the end of the day, it was only a tree. It's only a tree that we're talking about. Can't stress that enough, judge. And then the judge would be like, I mean, that is a fairly compelling defense, to be fair. Like, who honestly in the live chat thought or would have ever dreamt that cutting a tree down would be a criminal matter? So I really didn't. I never dreamed in a million years that you could get arrested and charged and convicted for cutting down a tree. I mean, it's really not like, I want to be open and honest with you guys now. It's really not like this whole time, you know, I've been tearing through the woods of Hampshire, slaying your birches. That has not been, you know, I haven't bothered to go out and do that. But, you know, it's just, you know, the way that this story is written about these two. It's like, oh, they thought they were so big and so clever and they could get away with it. I mean, I doubt they did. I doubt they thought that they were big and clever, that this was hugely sophisticated. They showed no remorse. I mean, they didn't fucking kill anyone. It's not like that. Doesn't this just sound like, you know, this sounds like two fucking idiots who got hammered in the pub. They had one too many Stellas, and one of them had a bad idea. Like, that's basically what this is, isn't it? It's like, let's not overthink it. Judge, the Guardian, Save the Trees, and people in the live chat. Let's not overthink. Doesn't this just sound like two lads in the pub, not the smartest guys in the entire drinking establishment? They had one too many, and one of them had a bad idea. That's what happened. The end. Like, I was reading this story earlier, and it reminded me of, like, one time I was out with my friend. We were in the pub having one too many. And so we'd been out, like, for a while. We used to go out, like, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock lunchtime on a Saturday. And so we'd had a few beers, but it was like, still only like 3 or 4 o'clock. And he decided after a few beers that he was going to toddle off, go over the road into this tanning salon and get a full-on spray tan. Like Ross from Friends. That level of spray tan. He's going to leave the drinking establishment, go over there, get this ridiculous spray tan, get bronzed out like Hasselhoff, and then come back to the pub. And it was so fucking stupid. Because it was the dead of winter. It was the middle of winter in Maidenhead, in England. And he's Scottish ancestry, so he's pale as fuck, freckled out. He's this pale man in winter, shivering in the beer garden, but, hammered and pissed up, whitened teeth just glowing, looking glorious, just looking like Hollywood has visited Maidenhead. And doesn't this story sound, a little bit like that, right? It's like, you're out with your mate, you have a couple too many brandies, and bad idea was allowed to ferment. Popped in your head, it just sort of crystallized and grew, and you got a bit carried away with it, is what I think has probably happened here. Like, if that had been us, me and my mate back in the day, if that had been us on that night when we'd had a few beers, or if we'd been in like a country pub beer garden, or at somebody's house that maybe like backs onto a field, part of a farm kind of setup, because it's like out in the, it's Berkshire, right? If we had been out since 1 or 2 in the afternoon and we had had 6 or 7 pints and a bad idea had been allowed to ferment in our like heads, and there happened to be a chainsaw nearby, then maybe, mate, like it could have been us. Maybe something truly fucking horrifying might have happened. Might have done something truly horrendous. Like, we could have had 1 too many Cosmos and given the Hawthorns a haircut with that thing. Like, I don't want to sound insensitive here, guys. I don't want to sound, like I'm not an environmentalist. I am, I love the trees, love the bushes, love the environment. We should save them. We shouldn't go around cutting trees down. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying it is only a tree, so let's react and punish this appropriately, proportionately. It says the judge, Mrs. Justice Lambert, says she would pass sentence on the 15th of July, by which time pre-sentence reports would be ready. She's remanding both men into custody. She said they could face a lengthy period in jail. A lengthy period in jail for that. Jeepers, guys, this is serious. Probation is on its knees. Prisons are at capacity. We had to let loads of lags out early. Last year, about a third of the way through their sentence. So prisons are pretty full. But these two are looking at a lengthy period in jail. So what are we going to do? We're basically going to take up a double cell with Cumbria's answer to the wet bandits. That's what they are, isn't it? We're going to take up a cell, a double-bedded cell, in order to punish. It is kind of ridiculous, isn't it, that these two morons are being given these lengthy sentences. Like they don't need these two. They don't need lengthy sentences. What they need is their own show on MTV. That's what they need. Just endless pranks that go bad. And they end up fighting with each other, and they're blaming each other now. One of them was trying to get the other one to take the blame for it, and then the other one blamed him for it. Like they're fighting. That's what it should be. It's like the 21st century Chuckle Brothers with these stupid schemes that fuck up. Then they blame each other, and it's all drenched in booze. You could get the Jeremy Kyle producers in. You could ply the two of them with booze, show them to the chainsaw, and then stand back and film what happens because it's Britain in 2025, and honestly, I would watch that. But no. Instead, what we're about to witness is a Britain in which an attack on a tree is to be prosecuted more severely and taken more seriously than an attack on a woman. Like, that's basically what is happening here off the back of this story. That's what you can glean from it. Like, women should just dress up as trees now. That is what I'm taking from this. Sycamore trees and statues of Churchill, and you'll be fine, love. Then you'll be protected. Then the law will give a shit. Like, honestly, like when my daughter's 17, you know, and she's going out, she's heading out with friends, you know, she's going to be coming down the stairs, grabbing her bag, grabbing her coat or whatever. And she'll just like, you know, shout around the corner and she'll go like, Dad, I'm going now. I'm leaving. Like, Shelley's here. I'm leaving now. See you later. And I'll be like, whoa. And then I'll come around the corner, go out to the, you know, hallway. I'll be just like, wait a second. What are you wearing? She's going to be like, I'm just, you know, what I always wear when I go out raving. You know, I'm wearing my hot pants and my sparkly top, Dad. I'm going to the club. And I'm going to be like, no. No, not like that. You're not going anywhere looking like that. And she's going to be like, what is the problem? I'm going to be like, wheeling out the tree costume. Which she'll be like, no, not again, Dad. I'm not wearing that again. I'll be like, oh, come on. It's for your own good. It'll keep you safe, sweetheart.